Hello, and welcome to Judy's Creations in Crochet. And I'm so happy you're here with me, um, participating in the 12 Days of Christmas, where I open my various Advent calendars. And today is December the 6th, 2023. And I will have to admit that I have a little trouble keeping track of what the date is, given that I'm doing two at a time. And the other thing you might be thinking is that I sat down and videotaped all of these in one day because I'm wearing the same thing, but not the case. I purposely chose to wear this because it is so Christmassy, and I hope you can see that it's also very sparkly, which of course is my thing. Couple things before we get started. You may remember, if you were around last year at the Christmas time, that I happened to be just walking through the drugstore, and I saw two loveys I had to grab up. I just couldn't pass them by. And the first was the Snow Lady, and I made the Snow Lady a skirt last year. And here she is again. And I'm going to set them out somewhere in my house. I may put them back there with Kiki for a couple of days. Well, I never got around to the second one. The second one was a reindeer, and I finally did him this week. So here is the reindeer to join the Snow Lady. And his skirt isn't quite as big, but that's okay. That's about all the green I had to make him something. So I just wanted to show you one more little finished project, and let's see if they will fit up here. There. All our Christmas items decked out in their Christmas finery. So another thing I wanted to remind you of, really, I've told you this before, but I did want to remind you, is that in the description box for the whole month, I've had it for a few weeks now, and I may even leave it into January because people will be making use of their mini skeins. I have a link in my description box to a bundle in Ravelry that is originally I had a bundle that was all crochet items, and by the way, there is at least one, maybe there's two, there might be a couple of patterns that also use Tunisian crochet, but I have a bundle to patterns that would use minis or scraps, because not all of you are buying minis or mini kits, but you have lots and lots of scraps and they will work the same way. So I still have the one I've always had, but I separated out the few that were knit, and I went on the look for some knit patterns. Now I will admit that the file with knit patterns is not as large, but I do have a link to knitted patterns that use advents as well. I don't know how many are in the knit ones, but I think the crochet one says over 90 patterns in it. So it takes the work out of you looking, because sometimes it's hard to find them. You know, if you put in advent, you're going to get little advent items to crochet. You're not going to get advent calendar yarns. And if you put in minis, you get mini items to make. So it takes a bit of work to find the patterns. So I've taken the work out of it for you. You can go there and look. Some of them aren't scrappy or minis, but they take multiple colors. So I put them in that bundle. So I hope that is helpful to you and that you find something you like in those two bundles that I've linked down below. So let's get started. Once again, I am going to start with the Polka Dot Creek, and I finally checked out the information about Polka Dot Creek. It is based on the movie The National Lampoon's Christmas Holiday. Very familiar, popular movie, I'm sure. And I was given codes on the back, and I could use one of them, but the other one was specific to a knitted pattern, so I wasn't able to use it. But I did want to tell you about the pattern that was specifically designed for this kit, and it's called the Christmas Countdown Cowl. Christmas Countdown Cowl. And if you go on Ravelry, you will find it is a knitted pattern, and it uses minis. I don't know if I then put it in my favorites so that you could find it in the bundle or not, but I will go back and make sure I have it there. So I still haven't checked out Sew Shannon, but I will soon. All right, so let's start with Polka Dot Creek, and we are on to day 5. And this one is always wound so tight. Oh, there we go. I find it hard to get the, it's tissue and it doesn't rip easy. I should get the scissors out here. Anyway, here we go. Ooh, now this looks very, oh, and day 5 is from a company called Allison Barnes Yarn. Now, I have heard of Allison Barnes. I have not, to my recollection, I haven't ordered any yarn yet from her. Did I? I looked at it. I can't remember if I ordered or not, but here is her tag. Allison Barnes Yarn. And this is called It's a Bit Nippy Out, and it's again 75-25. I think they all have agreed they're going to use the same kind of yarn. And here is our color. Quite Christmassy. Reds with some brownie in it and a little bit of green speckled in there. Very nice. Very nice. So we will tack it on the board. There's got to be a better method, but okay. And then we get to day 7. Sorry, day 6. Don't want to jump ahead of ourselves. Bright green. I did pull them out ahead of time this time, so I wouldn't have to go hunting. And this time it's from Flock Fiber. Again, Flock Fiber is not a company I've heard of. And here we have reds and greens, totally different color of reds and greens, but it also has some blue in there. And Flock Fibers. And again, 75-25. This one has, the other one didn't say, this one has 92 yards. So a good size. Feels nice. They all feel fairly similar, but one feels slightly softer than the next. So we'll pin this on the board. And here we have Polka Dot Creek for the first 6 days. So it did look like a fade was happening at the beginning, but now I'm thinking, no, that's not the case. They probably each did their own thing, thinking about Christmas or thinking about that movie, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So there we have the beginning of Polka Dot Creek. All right, so we'll put that off to the side. That one stays out of the way quite easy. Next, we move on to my sparkly one. You know how I like my sparkles. So we have day 5, and this one is from Borealis. The whole box is from Borealis. And it has paper bags, and I've decided I'm not going to hang on to the bags. I don't know what I would do with them anyway. Ooh, you know I have to love this color. Look at that, the purples. It's a pinky purple, lots and lots of sparkle. And I have to guess there is no rhyme or reason to this one. It's just a lot of solids, and I'm hoping, you know what, I'm hoping they're all solids. That way I can add them into other projects. I'm not a big fan of stripies, definitely not striped, and not a big fan of variegated when it's in the small skein like this. I like solids and tonals. So far, very, very nice. This one's a little too close to yellow, but the others are really, really nice. Oh, I'm showing you, and I haven't even done number 6 yet. Oh, well, I'll get it together. Kind of early in the morning here. Okay, what color will number 6 be? We haven't had any Christmas colors yet. Oh, another neutral. And again, it's a neutral that I really, really do like. Very, very nice. Again, to me, it's quite rich. So let's add it to the board. And you'll see that it's different than the last one. See, that's got a brownie tone, a bronzy tone, and this is more on the silvery tone. But really, really nice. I suspect when this is all done, I'm going to be able to pick and mix and match and maybe put them in other projects too. I'm really enjoying all this sparkle. But then again, you know how I like my sparkles. Next, we're moving on to Aberdeen Wool's set from Tangled Poet. So today is day 5, and I'll move the board in here a bit closer. All right, day 5, and from what I can sneak peek at the top, we're still in the same color. Oh, but we're getting some navy into it now. Look at that. Nice, nice. Oh, wait until you see these all together. But I will do both this time before I hold up the board. And number 6. And number 6. I don't know what I can sneak at the top. I really like the look of this. Oh, yes. Well, you know, blue and navy, one of my favorite 2 colors. So that's a really nice, rich navy. Little bit of tonal to it, but I really, really like it. So this is going to be a very nice set when we're finished. I can see that. And you know, I was reminded that these are each 30 grams. So they have more than 110 yards in each skein. There we go. So that means that I can break this into groups of maybe 8, 8, and 8 to make things. So it'll be interesting to see what comes next. This is 6. If I add 2 more, will that make a nice shawl? That's what I'm thinking. Feels nice. I love that one. That's my favorite of the group so far, which wouldn't surprise you, I don't think. All right, one more to do. And that is my Yarn Unique box. And open that. And again, I went through and made sure I had these in order. They were getting kind of jumbled. So day 5. Again, a paper bag. And there we go. Ooh. Oh, and you remember last day was brown with a hint of this color? Oh, this is going to look so gorgeous with this. That is rich. I love, if you're into browns, these are lovely, lovely browns. And that is got just enough red with the brown. Okay, and one more, number 6. And, oh, I just love these colors. Going back to more brown again. I'll hold this up in just a second. I think maybe 6 should have come before 5. And here we have it. Aren't these beautiful colors? Really, really nice set. Now, I don't know how far they'll go in this color because remember there were 3 different color palettes. So hopefully there's 8 of each. And I believe these are 92. So 8 times 9, 700 and something. So there may be enough to make a shawl. There'll definitely be enough to make some other things, but we'll see what comes with it. Maybe I will put half of it together like I'm doing with that set back there that I haven't done anything with. And I'm sure you're wondering, for those that weren't around, this was a set that was hand dyed to my color preferences last year at Christmas time. I don't even remember the company name now, but they very nicely split into 2 sections. And one day I'll figure out what I want to make with them, but right now I just love them sitting up there. So that brings us to the end of opening our little gifts for today. Excuse me. And so we have one thing to do, one thing left to do, and that is talk about the special word. And for day 3, because this is day 3 of the 12 days of Christmas, well, do you remember what my true love brought to me on day 3? He brought 3 French hens. 3 French hens. And we're going to use the word French. So if you use the word French down below, then you'll be entered in the draw for the prize. Stay tuned and find out more about that prize in the next video. So until we come back with some more yarn to see, happy hooking.